Good morning and welcome to 3 Minutes of Truth. As we prepare for the return of the Sunday morning in-person church service, I really felt the need to address the spirit of Absalom. I personally believe that Absalom in the Bible represents a person who knowingly or unknowingly allows personal feelings of disappointment and or dissatisfaction to destroy what God wants to do in and through His church. It goes without question that when we entered into this lockdown period, we all had our personal expectations of the church and of course its leadership. Whether those expectations were realistic or not, it really doesn't matter. The fact remains that you and I expected someone from the church to do something about our crisis. Now, because most of our expectations were not voiced, chances are they were also not met. Someone once said that your psychological expectations are actually premeditated opportunities for disappointment and resentment in your life. You cannot honestly expect anyone to meet your unknown expectations of them. Even God, who already knows all our thoughts and our intentions, still expects us to pray in order to voice our need unto Him. Now, here's my point. Merely expecting something to happen will not make it happen. Having said this, let us now look at the spirit of Absalom. As you all know that Absalom was the third son of David, and according to 2 Samuel chapter number 13, Tamar, who is his sister, had been sexually abused and cast aside by David's eldest son, Amnon. Now, I want you to notice that Absalom himself did nothing about his sister's situation, but he expected his father David to reprimand and discipline Amnon. However, the Bible tells us that when David heard of this atrocious act, he did nothing about the situation. And as you can imagine, Absalom was greatly disappointed and he began to stew in bitterness until he came up with his own plan to solve the situation. And as you know, the plan was to kill his own brother. Now, I want to say to you, if you are feeling disappointed right now, no matter what happened, no matter how disappointed you feel, never allow your personal disappointments to cause you to spiritually kill your own brothers and sisters in the Lord. Even after killing his brother and avenging his sister, Absalom was still not satisfied. So he came up with a demonic strategy that eventually produced the greatest threat to God's kingdom, which at that time was under the leadership of David. Now, I want to remind you that all this happened simply because of one man's personal disappointment. So as you prepare your heart for what I believe is going to be the greatest comeback of the church, I would like you to seriously consider the condition of your heart right now. I want you to search your own heart for any deep-seated disappointments that could potentially hinder you from fully embracing whatever God wants to do in and through the church in this season. For the rest of the week, I'm going to be sharing some of my personal thoughts from the story of Absalom, and I really believe that they will help you understand how unresolved disappointments can open the door to what I'm calling the spirit of Absalom. My name is Justin, and this is 3 Minutes of Truth.